Good morning. This is TJ McCormick with Sing the Word, and this morning we're not singing, but we're going to talk about weakness. How do you like my hair this morning? I think I fixed it rather well. If you are weak, there's a couple of remedies, and for me, this has been a lot of. Well, I like in the title, I said it's been a week of weeks, and this isn't going to be like confession of my deep dark secrets, because the weaknesses I've had this week have been not necessarily horrible, but they've been it's just been tiredness and inability to perform the way I would like to. And I've been coming home the last few nights and I have been exhausted. Wow. But there's a cure. There's always a cure. There's always a plan. There's always a provision from God Almighty. And when we are weak, He is strong. I know we've all heard that, but what does that mean? What does it mean to take on somebody else's strength? Well, if you are weak right now, maybe your vision of what you think God should be doing in your life is not lining up with reality, then it's time to take a moment and spend time with God. Tell Him your woes, your heart. Don't let this fester. I've known people that after they tasted God's love and God's beauty and God's strength and God's miracles, they walked away. And it's just sad that they would walk away from the amazing blessings that I found over 44 years of walking with Christ. I found that God doesn't come at the moment we think we need Him, but God comes at the moment that we need Him. That God will speak into your life, friends and family, and all the things that when you need it, it will come. And there are times when we are disappointed. There are times when people fail us and we fall into a weakness. The word I was going to come out of my mouth, I'll say, is do loop. What's a do loop, you might ask? Well, in programming, sometimes you need to do something more than once to get it to work. And a do loop is something that same thing happens over and over and over and over until you have accomplished what you want. So do loop, do loop, do loop. So some of us are in a do loop, but we don't see the end result. And a do loop usually happens in a matter of milliseconds. Oh, excuse me. Oh, how rude. I apologize. A do loop just keeps going and going and going over. And you think that you're in one because you're not seeing the results. But a do loop doesn't always bring the result right away. It takes time. It takes time. And maybe you have to experience weakness over and over again until finally God makes it clear that He is your strength. That strength comes through him and not through anything else. Like, man, those used to be guns. Not anymore. But strength comes through practice and learning and prayer and diligence. And I know sometimes we don't even have the strength for diligence. But let God speak to your weakness. Let God remind you, child of God, that you have strength that no earthly formed device or person, you have strength that nothing can overtake. And I know the story of Goliath and David is a very overused analogy, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's not overused. Maybe it's just the thing you need today. He had 5 smooth stones and only needed 1. Get out your smooth stones and get ready to slay whatever fear or failure or disappointment or maybe you're about ready to go to jail and you need strength because you're weak. Good. We don't want to be walking around thinking, hey, I'm just a big guy and I don't need anything because I don't need God because I'm strong enough. You're not strong enough. I'm sorry. God is more than able to strengthen you. Don't have a week of weeks like I've had. It's not good. I just feel so vulnerable right now, and I just feel like I've had just a week. Ugh. But I'm going to go to God right now and ask him to strengthen me. I know how to get along with humble means, and I also know how to live in prosperity in any and every circumstance. I have found the secret of being filled, going hungry, both of having abundance and suffering need. I can do all things through him who, say it again, what'd you say? Strengthens me. He strengthens. Get strong through the Lord. Read, pray, fellowship. The big 3. Read the word. Pray to God. Fellowship with believers who love him, not just sinos, Christians in name only. You want to be with Christ followers, people that follow Christ. Well, this is TJ McCormick Stream the Word. I didn't have time to do any silly stuff this morning that I like to do because I'm exhausted. But I'm sorry I missed Thursday. This is Friday, and Monday is coming, and I love you guys. Have a great weekend.